Alright, y'all, there's some tornado warnings out there. I'm freaking out. I'm from LA. I deal with earthquakes. I do not do tornadoes. Anyway, for those of you guys, if you're close to a tornado, you had your family, in a city that has a tornado, prayers to you. I hope that you are safe and stay safe, because that's some freaky shit right there. I'm not even trying to mess. I've been in typhoons. I've been in earthquakes. Haven't been in any blizzards. Blizzards don't freak me out, but tornadoes scare the shit out of me. So, anyway, so getting down to business. So Chuck Schumer and Kristen Gillibrand, they just wrote a letter to President Trump asking him to sign an executive order mandating vaccines because of the measles outbreak. So, first of all, if you guys are still like, vaccines are great, blah, 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 but you know how dirty and evil Chuck Schumer is and Kristen Gillibrand is, why, I don't get it. So you see how they, acted with the wall and how they're lying about certain other things and how they're part of the deep state, but you're gonna trust him when it comes to vaccines? You're gonna get behind them when it comes to vaccines? I suggest you look a little deeper. That's some bullshit. And if he signs this executive order, I'm fucking done with him. I'm jumping off the Trump train full force. I'm fucking done, okay? I'm done. So, that's a deal breaker. So, like I said, you guys know that I fucking hate vaccines, but I'm not trying to censor information, all the misinformation that people are saying about the measles outbreak. They're just lying. The letter says that, there were people that were traveling and that caused the outbreak, and now we're gonna need an executive order to make sure people coming in the country are mandated for vaccines. That's some bullshit. Okay, look, the Philippines just had a huge scandal with the Dengue vaccine. You should look this up, okay? I think it's called Dengue Vax for dengue fever, right? Where lots and lots of people actually were injured and got dengue fever from the vaccine, okay? One of the people in the health field in the Philippines actually went to jail. This is just they just finished the court hearings a few weeks ago, and yet they're approving it in the US. They're still, because nobody knows about that shit in the US. So they don't care people get injured here because you can't sue the pharmaceutical industries here, right? And now there's a shit ton of people, because they have different laws than we have, so I think they can sue, that are suing the pharmaceutical industry there, and that are also trying to say that it's criminal, not even accidental, but it's criminal. What they did. They're people that are suffering, effects of the Dengue vaccine, and they just got approved here in the United States. Are you fucking kidding me? This is some bullshit. Okay, so then California is they're probably going to take away the medical exemption. So California, you guys just move. Move, or they're asking for war. That's what they're asking for, because I'm getting really pissed off because they're trying to push this shit on us, okay? If you guys still want vaccines, I'm not advocating to take vaccines away, okay? But now you're trying to mandate things. You're trying to make it harder. They're trying to make this harder worldwide for people to live without getting vaccinated, right? Like in Argentina, you can't get your driver's license or your updated passport unless you have a full, vaccination card. Okay, this is the model that they want everywhere, okay? Don't you get it yet? Don't you see what's happening? Do you get it? Really? Because there's still people that are, saying how great vaccines are, even though I don't know how many scandals there have been where it's been proven either A, people have gotten the very disease that they were vaccinated for from the vaccine, starting all the way back to polio. Then you have the swine flu incident. Then you have other cases where people got the measles from the measles vaccine, okay? Now you have like the dengue vac situation. You know, you have girls dying and getting paralyzed from the Gardasil vaccine. There's another study, a guy, and he's pro-vaccine. He's not even an anti-vaxxer, but he did a study, Peter Abe, you know, he's from Denmark, where he actually discovered people in Africa were dying from the DPT vaccine. More people were dying from the DPT vaccine than were not, okay? They weren't being saved by the vaccine. Yet they're still trying to push this shit. And they're not, you know, they're not talking about the international news, right? I'm bringing this up. Have you guys ever heard of this shit? I'm gonna leave links so you guys can look at it yourself. But they're not. This should be world news. This should be talked about on our beloved CNN network, right? And all the other, even Fox. Fox is chicken shit too. They're not talking about this shit. So, anyway, yeah. I mean, it's so. Oh, it looks like they're gonna pass the bill to get rid of the medical exemptions in California. Not only that, they're gonna have a database of everybody that got medical exemptions before. There's a doctor named Kenneth Stoller, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, who's basically, they're trying to, there's another doctor, I don't know his name, he's jailed because they wanted him to turn over his patients' medical records, which is against the law, but they still jailed him anyway, okay? Now they're going after another doctor in Northern California that was giving away medical exemptions, Kenneth Stoller, and they're trying to get after his client list too because they want a database. They want to keep track of everybody that is vaccinated and not vaccinated, okay? And they plan to nullify the exemptions of people that have already gotten medical exemptions, okay? How Nazi is that? That's fucking Nazi, isn't it? It's fucking Nazi, okay? So, I don't understand why there's some people that still don't, like, get this. They don't get, like, the tyranny. They don't get the takeover, the New World Order takeover, right? When is it ever a good idea to push shit on people, right? That they don't want. If vaccines were so great, don't you think people would be lining up to get them? They'd be great, right? You wouldn't have to force it on people. You wouldn't have to manipulate the laws, right? And I'm saying, like, this medical exemption bill, I don't think it has passed, but, you know, it's the same fix. They're putting people in that are seemingly anti-vax, but they're still, like, you know, they're not. If you're a person that's done research and you understand that people that are critical of vaccines, they're not going to concede so easily, and they have really good points to bring up as to why people shouldn't be forced vaccinated, and these doctors just caved. And there were way more opponents, just like when they passed SB 277, right? Way more opponents to the bill. Like, I think SB 277 was like about 50 people that were in support of the bill and 700 people that opposed the bill, and they passed it anyway. Same shit. Okay, I saw highlights. I did not watch the whole thing. I just know that it's rigged. California has sold their fucking soul. I'm glad I do not live there anymore. My family are like, you moved back to California? I'm like, nope. I'm so glad I'm in Texas, because I know Texas isn't buying this shit. They'll have a war before they let this shit go down. California, I don't know, man. Like, I think Californians are gonna have a war too. You know, this guy, Richard Penn, terrible human being, horrible excuse for a human being. Definitely is gonna go down in history as a Nazi minion. You know, like when all this is over and it's recorded in history, he's gonna be one of the people that, you know, help kill children, because he's sitting up there lying and basically saying that there's no such thing as vaccine injury, and, you know, lying, like telling lies that are so easily checked and still getting away with it. So either he's doing this to satisfy his ego, he's been compromised, whatever. You know, I understand how angry parents, you know, are, because, you know, they'll listen to somebody like them and then they'll end up with a dead kid or a kid that's maimed for life. So, yeah, so I just think that this thing with, you know, the whole measles outbreak that they're faking, okay? Yeah, and they're gonna be people like, they're not faking, they're faking the fucking measles outbreak, okay? So you go and you tell me how many people you know that have measles, okay? If it's an outbreak, tell me, show me how many people you know that have measles and that are dying of measles. Why are people, like, being tricked into thinking that it's like this deadly disease that's gonna kill us all? What the hell? Like, I don't, like, there is such thing as black magic and mind control. This isn't bullshit, okay? I should have put a warning on this video that I was gonna curse a lot, because today I'm like really livid about this. You know, again, embassy faking a picture. Why would they have to do that if there was a real outbreak? They could just go and take pictures of all the millions of people that have measles, that are dying in the street from measles. Why do they have to fake a picture? You guys, use your common sense. Come on, you know, Jesus. So, yeah, and you really trust Chuck Schumer? Oh, yeah, he's a lizard, but when it comes to fucking, you know, vaccines, he's right. He's right. He cares about the people's interest. Really? He really cares? You really think he really cares about you and your family? So, I don't know what to say, because I'm still, I just feel like people are losing their common sense, and it's really frustrating to me. You know, people that would just be like, they'll get a flu shot and then they'll get sick and they'll just be like, oh, I don't really have the flu. But, you know, like, there's this one girl that got the Gardasil vaccine and she got paralyzed from the Gardasil vaccine. And she's like, oh, but no, she got cervical cancer from the Gardasil vaccine. And she's like, oh, but I still recommend the vaccine. I was like, yeah, maybe they're just some people that, I don't know, man. Just the brainwashing is so deep. Like me, I've never, after I like put together, and I didn't even consider myself anti-vaccine at the time, but after I stopped taking the flu shot, I stopped getting sick. I haven't had the flu in like, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years since I stopped taking the flu shot. And then I just would get like vitamin C and D, and I've had allergy issues. Those are related to vaccines. So, I mean, I've been healthier without taking a vaccine. Seriously. I don't know that people can't wrap their head around, you know, that we don't need them. There are other ways to stay healthy, that vaccines do not promote health. They don't, okay? You can believe it if you want to, but you're living in a fantasy. They don't. So, and I don't know. I guess I'm just getting bold now because they're censoring. So, again, I'm going to just say what the hell I want to say and not really kiss anybody's ass. You know, they're just taking my subscribers away every day. By this point, I know people that tune in, they know my feelings. So I don't think I've offended that many people, you know. And usually when I do, you know, somebody will write me a soliloquy as to why they feel like they're unsubscribing and then unsubscribe. Or I can tell by the amount of dislikes in my video about how many people probably, you know, unsubscribe. But now they're just like dwindling my numbers and shit. So like I said, I'll be on BitChute, still talking, you know, shit about pro-vaccine fucking murderers, because that's what they are. They're murderers. They're eugenicists. That's what they are. That's what I'll be doing. So I don't know, look into this. You know, I'm telling the truth. I'm tired of people coming up on here and they can't even like find the strength to scroll up and look at, you know, the links that I post talking about or backing up what I'm talking about. You know, they're just people like my brother. No matter how much evidence I show him, he's like, I'm just worried about you because you're just following that fraudulent paper. I'm like, dude, I don't even like talk about that paper. Like, I have so many other examples and yet you're still stuck on that paper. Because it's conditioning, right? It's conditioning. In every pro-vaccine article that I've read that talks about people that are anti-vax, they always bring up Andrew Wakefield and Jenny McCarthy. And it's just like, these people get like brainwashed. Like, that's the least of my, you know, like reasons why I feel the way that I feel, you know? But yet I feel myself constantly having to defend it because people, you know, are too lazy to either, you know, really look into all the other reasons I'm talking about, or they're really just like their brains are broken and they're mind controlled minions, you know. Doesn't matter if you're intelligent or not. Doesn't matter if you're stupid or not as educated or not. You're still susceptible to that stuff. So anyway, all right guys, that's it. That's my rant for today. Maybe I'll talk about something that's not vaccine related tomorrow. Maybe I won't. Who fucking knows? All right, guys. I'm very reluctant because I'm very mad today. I'm very, like, triggered. Peace, truth, and love. Bye. Mwah.